Welcome back to another video on the channel, guys. Today we're going to be looking at Premier League signings that have made the best start to the season. Now, I've made this list based on the team they're in, have they improved that team, and are they contributing well to that team. So without further ado, let's get into it. Starting off at number 10, I'll put Mateo Kovacic. Good signing, good replacement for Gundogan. The reason he's so low on the list is because he doesn't transform Man City, I don't think, compared to a player who I have got in this list. Because it's Man City, it's hard to improve them drastically. I just think he's a good replacement for Gundogan. He's a typical Pep player. He's very calm on the ball, can pass the ball very well, and he's just replaced a key component in that team. And he's doing it quite well. You know, he doesn't perform outstandingly well. He doesn't perform outstandingly bad. He just gets in and does the job, and that's what Kovacic has done. He's just replaced someone in the midfield who left the club in Gundogan. So yeah, number 10, I've got Mateo Kovacic. At number 9, Josko Gvardiol. Now again, he's so low on this list because he hasn't transformed Man City. He's just come in to be a very, very good depth option. You know, I've got a very stacked back line already. Stones, Diaz, Walker can play centre-back if needed, Akanji, Ake. But what's also good about Gvardiol is he's versatile. He can play centre-back, he can play left-back, which is what Pep likes in a player. So therefore, Pep's just added more depth, made City more formidable in defence, and it's a very good option to have, Gvardiol, one of the best defenders in the world, best young defender in the world, according to a lot of people. So yeah, Man City haven't put a foot wrong this transfer window, I don't think. Bringing in another centre-back, because, you know, if Diaz gets injured, Stones gets injured, Ake gets injured, Gvardiol can just slot in at centre-back or left-back. So it's a very, very good signing from City. So number 9, I've got Josko Gvardiol. At number 8, I've got another centre-back. I've got Mickey van der Ven. The only reason he's low compared to some of the other players from Spurs I've put in is because Spurs have undergone a whole transformation from the midfield, defence and attack. And Van der Ven has added some solidity to that back line, but it's still a bit shaky. And it can be shaky at times. We know that with Spurs. But yeah, he's come in, he's looked solid whenever I've seen him play. You know, he's 6'4". I think he's still young, he's like 21, 22. He just looks solid, looks composed, looks a leader already. And he's part of this Tottenham transformation that Postecoglou is doing. And I'm not going to go into Postecoglou because we praised him in another video. But yeah, I think Postecoglou's team is looking good, and you'll see in this list I've got a few more Spurs players. Did well against Man United. I know Man United not the force they were, but he's just looked solid, very good option. I think it was a good fee as well. So at number 8, Mickey van der Ven. Next up at number 7, I've got his number 1 behind him. I've got Vicario. There was not big expectation on this guy. It was a bit of an unknown quantity when he signed, because obviously Spurs went hard for David Raya, didn't get him. And he was relatively unknown, Vicario. But what people don't know is that he was in the top 5. I think he was the top goalkeeper in Serie A by save percentage. But Vicario, he's come in and he's done very well. You know, he's had to replace Lloris, who, yes, was on his way out, but is still a great goalkeeper. He's done very well for Spurs over the course of his career. So it's a big place to take. And Vicario in his first game, he did look a little bit nervous, granted, but I think anyone would be. You know, you're replacing a long-term goalkeeper in Lloris, but you know, he's grown as a player, and he just looks really, really solid. He's made some big saves for Spurs. He's kept them in games at some points. So yeah, this was another good signing by Postecoglou. You know, it would have been good if they got Raya, but Vicario is more than doing the job. So at number 7, I've got Vicario. Now, completing a three-peat for Tottenham players, I've got Destiny Udogie at number 6. He's just upgraded Tottenham both defensively and going forward. He looks solid at the back, and he just bombs forward, and he is contributing well to his Tottenham attack. You know, he had a good game against Saka in the North London derby. First 20 minutes was a bit shaky, but after that he came into the game. He caused Liverpool trouble Saturday. It was just, he's unreal. He just looks so good going forward. Another good young player Postecoglou signed, and a massive upgrade on Ben Davies. You know, he's not afraid to go into a challenge. Like I said, he bombs forward. So yeah, at number 6, I've got Destiny Udogie. At number 5, I've got Dominic Szoboszlai. Now, people knew this guy was a talent. It was just a matter of who's going to move for him and when. And Liverpool snapped him up. We know Szoboszlai's quality. He can pass the ball well. He can, bang in goals from outrageous places. And Liverpool have really upgraded their midfield, because obviously they did lose their midfielders like Henderson, Fabinho. Thiago's injured all the time. But yeah, Szoboszlai is going to be a big player for them, especially pushing them forward. And like I said, he can contribute with a banger out of the hat every now and then. So at number 5, Dominik Szoboszlai. Just missing out on the top 3, I have got Jeremy Doku. Now, I know he was electric against my club West Ham and he absolutely destroyed Kufau. But the only reason I haven't put him in the top 3 is because it is hard to improve that Man City attack. Yeah, he's very direct, he's very electric, he's a proper winger, as Guardiola described him. Yeah, he looks terrific. If you knew about him in Ligue 1, he was ripping that league to shreds, and I'm surprised he didn't move to the Prem sooner. But yeah, he's gonna flourish at Man City, and he's gone straight in and he just looks natural. He just looks so good. His dribbling is probably one of the best in the Prem, I think. That's a personal opinion. And it just makes Man City look so much more frightening on the attack. But yeah, Jeremy Doku, unlucky to miss out on the top 3, but still a very good player. In the 3rd spot, I'll put Moussa Diaby. Now, I could put him anywhere in this top 3. This man is electric. I mean, people knew it if you watched the Bundesliga. I didn't watch the Bundesliga and I still know how good this man was. He's just so quick and electric, and he just adds more to that Villa attack, which is already quite dangerous, with Watkins, Bailey. It's a scary sight, and the fact that Emery has got, I think he's playing Bailey and Diaby together, when people were saying, Bailey's going to be pushed out by Diaby. We said it on the channel. But yeah, the way Emery's got them working together is scary, and people didn't think he was going to come to England, and I do think it's a better move for him, because obviously it's a much more competitive league. The pace is better. I think he can showcase his abilities better, and he's definitely transformed Villa on the attack, I do believe. So at number 3, I've got Diaby. Coming in 2nd spot, gone with James Ward-Prowse. Now, the reason I've put him 2nd is because he replaced Declan Rice's passing ability and then some. We did lose, obviously, Rice to Arsenal. We lost a big player. We lost our best defensive midfielder and actually our best attacking midfielder. And, we went out and upgraded him in passing, I'd say, James Ward-Prowse. Dead ball specialist. His vision is unreal. Him signing for West Ham has made me realise he's actually a really good player. And I think he should be in the England squad. But let's not go into that. The way we utilise our set pieces, Ward-Prowse is going to be excellent for that. Him on corners, him from deep free kicks, even direct free kicks, it's going to be good. And the price we got him for as well, 30 million. When Southampton were, wanting 40, 50 million, I think it's an even better deal. Managed to haggle him down to 30, and I think he just adds so much to our side. So you could maybe put him lower down the list, but I will admit it's a bit of bias. It is a bit of bias. Ward-Prowse number 2. And my number 1 pick, which I think is going to be hard to disagree with, it's James Maddison. He's just transformed Tottenham, and he's been the orchestrator they've needed and missed sorely since Christian Eriksen. He just looks phenomenal. I mean, he is phenomenal. We knew this from his days at Leicester, even Norwich if you're watching the Championship. He just looks unreal. He's so direct. He's not afraid to go forward. He's got personality. He's taken a big number as well. He's taken the number 10, which is obviously Kane's number. He's obviously gone to Bayern Munich. And, a lot of players probably would fold under that pressure. It is easy to fold under pressure and expectations. But he hasn't. He's taken it in his stride, and he just looks unreal. He can score as well as assist. Scored a banger against Burnley, run the show against Arsenal. It's worrying if he gets injured though, because he's their only creative outlet, I do believe. I'm looking forward to watching more Spurs with Maddison in the team. But yeah, my number 1 pick for the player with the best start is James Maddison. And there we have it, guys. That's my list of the 10 players who've made the best start so far this season. What do you think? Did I get any wrong? Do you disagree with who I've said and where I put certain players? Like I said, it's purely opinion based. Feel free to leave your opinion in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one, guys.